Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Open Office Hours with Tirza and Helen of Zanikin Studio, where we talk about uh, all things AI, or as many things as we can figure out. We have a lovely community where we share what we're doing with AI each week, and then I'll do a mini demo after that. And today's demo, I'm super excited about. It comes with a handout, but it's how to use Sonny to do your social media posts for you using Marblism. So it's especially created for people who don't want to do anything that looks or hints like sorry, coding. They just want to get the job done. So, and on that note, let me introduce my fabulous co-host, genealogist, songwriter, and a whole bunch more, Helen Brahms.
Kia ora and good morning, everyone. Hope you're all nice and well. You guys are probably all warm. It's very cold down here today. So yeah, we had the heater on all day yesterday. But what are we doing today? We are talking about and looking at what you guys are been using AI for this week. Um, so we're currently at 50 degrees and raining. Hopefully it's not a southerly wind because then we have a wind chill factor. Well, yeah, we must have a southerly wind because it says real feel is 38. So, but that's okay. That's fine. And it's actually going to get colder because it's not 6 o'clock yet. Around 6 o'clock, it gets the coldest temp. But anyway, total sidetrack. Sorry. So, what have we been using AI for this week? This week, I've been using ChatGPT to help with some brainstorming and rewriting some stuff that I had previously rewritten, wanted to update it. So, taking old blogs and giving them a fresh look. With that, and so I've been using ChatGPT to do that. I've also been in Marblism. We're back to doing our weekly blog in Marblism for Zanakin with this, and then breaking the 7 questions down into individual posts to be done each day for a week. I need to go in today to do next week's lot, but Penny's been helpful with writing the blog. Then I hand it over to Sonny and go create me and we've got 4 platforms we post to. We post to LinkedIn, we post to Facebook, we post to Instagram and X. And so I have Sunny create a post for each platform for each question. So I've got 28 posts to then go through, and I tell them not to post them until I have approved them. And because sometimes they put a little weird website link in there. So we've got that. We've got Marblism working on that for us. So you'll get to see some of I love using Sonny is awesome. Although last week he kind of screwed up a little bit and he gave me 7 posts, and each post was posting to each of the 4 platforms. I went, no, 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 no. We need 1 post per platform in its language because we know that Instagram talks different than LinkedIn does. LinkedIn talks different than Facebook does, and Facebook talks different than X does. So this is why we get it to create 1 post per platform and 1 for each question. So we end up with 28 posts. And then once it's done, I tell them to post them at the optimal time. And I always tell him I have to tell him to use US Pacific because he knows that I'm in New Zealand. So he's trying to post New Zealand time when it's like the middle of the night in the US and nobody's going to see them. So I said, I need you to post these on US Pacific time at the most optimal time for those platforms for posts to be posted. And so he then comes back and says, here's the schedule. It's all scheduled and everything else. So absolutely love that. What else have I used in AI this week? Been playing in Suno again. Didn't get it done in time, but although I will get it done in time for New Zealand because New Zealand celebrates Father's Day in September. US does it in June. So I didn't get it done in time for June, but there's going to be a song coming out for Father's Day in September. So keep your ears open for that one. So I've been playing in there a little bit as well, but still working on the lyrics. I get the lyrics, I put it in there, I listen to the song, and I don't like that, so I go rewrite the lyrics. So who's been using AI this week, and what have you been using it for? Anybody? Nobody's been using AI this week.
Oh yes.
Are
Oh
you
yes.
kidding? Every
Yeah.
day. Uh,
Okay.
I'll share. Just working on a lot of projects that are information for
Mm-hmm.
clients, and so one is my webinar and doing the outline and the script, and then getting it into teleprompter. Um, let's see. Yeah, I There's so much I don't remember, but I'm really looking forward to hearing about Marblism because I think I'm really ready for that. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Tony.
Well, I woke up. This is not business related. I woke up with a black eye, and you can see it.
You got to stop
And
hitting yourself in the middle of the night.
yeah, I know. Anyway, and I went to the doctor. They didn't know what it was, and so between a friend and I, we realized that it's taken fish oil. That I might have taken too much too soon.
Oh.
And it has to do with there's a blood thinning agent in fish oil, and it would affect the delicate veins near my eye. So that's a relief because, we didn't know what it was. So that's my story.
Well, hope we'll stay off the fish oil for a little bit, and hopefully it'll get better really quick.
Yep.
Excellent, Michelle.
Yeah, just a smorgasbord of things. Some more work on like positioning content and some offers that I've been working on. Some research and analysis on things that are more personal that keep me from getting looped back into grief. And also some research on some things for health things because I've been having a bunch of issues with my eyes where they get all weird late in the day and gummy and like just filmy and other stuff and I can't see well and then makes lights hurt and stuff. So things of that sort. And yeah, just and have a bunch of new things that I'm going to be doing like this coming week. And I'm really looking forward to the thing on the Marblism and Sonny. Not that I'm right there yet, what I am ready to use it, but hopefully we'll be within a couple of months. So knowing ahead of time what to do will be awesome.
Awesome. That is awesome. You're going to love. I have to tell you, Sonny's one of my favorite people in Marblism. Favorite agents. I call him a person. He's got a name. So I love Sonny and Penny are the two that I use the most. So yeah, you guys will enjoy seeing what Sonny can do and how he does it and that sort of stuff as well. So thank you. Dean, what's up with you this week? You're on mute. Hello, Dean. I know I've got a long way to travel from New Zealand to Florida, but this time lag's just a little. You're on mute there, Dean. All right, while we're figuring that out, we're going to go to Emmeline.
Okay, I'm unmuted now. I'm continuing to work on my current project, and ChatGPT has helped me a lot with an outline, suggestions, and now after listening, Helen, to what you were talking about, taking a topic and then figuring out how to use it on Instagram, TikTok, and everything. I'm going to start being proactive, even though I'm not quite finished with the project, of trying to come up with ideas and a potential schedule when I am ready to start marketing this digital project. So just one more thing to add to my list, but I'm looking forward to today. Also, I wanted to thank everybody. Last week I was suffering with an earache, and you guys recommended tea tree. And my husband went to 3 different stores and finally found some. And within, by that afternoon, all of that bubbly and everything had cleared up. So thank you guys for the suggestion. I appreciate it.
It is. I would tell you this: tea tree oil and ear infections. I have not had to go on. I suffer from seasonal changes.
Yeah,
So twice a year when I was living in the States, I was going on antibiotics twice a year because of ear infections. 2012, I got told about tea tree oil. Have not had antibiotics for ear infections since 2012. As soon as I feel it coming on, you get a cotton ball, split it apart, put a little point on one end, 1 drop on each, stick them in your ears so it just sits there, and let it sit there for about 30 minutes to take it out. And you also take a drop and put it down behind the ear and down onto the jaw on each side, and it clears it up within like 30 minutes. It is like the wonder oil for ear infections. So I'm happy to hear that works. I had a note down to follow up with you on that one too. So.
So good.
But anyway, and we lost Dean. Oh, anybody else been using AI this? Oh, I'll tell you something. I was on a course for genealogy for DNA on DNA and genealogy on Tuesday, and the presenter was very good, but spoke in a monotone voice in very slow sentences and paused at the end of each sentence and then went on to the next sentence and paused and then went on. And it was like, and they said it was a 2-hour session. I'm like thinking, holy crap, I'm going to be in trouble. I was already tired anyway. I'd been up since like 3 o'clock that morning. But anyway, we get to the end there, and the last slide she showed, down in the bottom right-hand corner, it had NotebookLM. So obviously, some people are using the NotebookLM, but the whole presentation was not NotebookLM. It was just the last slide, and it had this very colourful strand of DNA. I don't think I got a screenshot of it. If I do find the screenshot of it, I can't remember if I did, but if I do find it, I'll show it to you. It was a really cool slide, and but seeing other people out there using AI for different things too makes a big difference as well. So it's kind of fun. But anyway, Tirza, we're going to hand it over to you because we are done with this section. So let's talk about Sonny.
Oh, hang on, Marcy. Go ahead, Marcy.
Oh, that was a last minute hand raise.
I haven't done much physically with AI. What I've been doing is reading about it, and how it applies, how it doesn't apply to businesses. That if your team isn't on board with you, let's say you're a CEO or a CFO, and you're on board with AI and you're implementing some things, and but your team, your employees, or whatever you call your team, they don't understand it, they don't get it, and each one is doing a little bit here and a little bit there. But if they don't understand the value of it, even or their portion of it, and then the overview, AI just isn't going to work, and that's why maybe some of you are having some difficulties with your agents because you haven't, perhaps you haven't trained them properly or in the way in which they need to be trained. So you have to look at what's going on with their heads, if they have the heads, or their mind, their point of view, and get them on board with you. And I think just take the time to see what's going on with them and bring them to up to speed with what you want to accomplish with your business and their part in it, and that's been very interesting because I in my business, I'm just trying to figure out how to best utilize it, because the what I find is I have to get a lot of different information and documents and financials and so forth from them, and they have to send it, and they don't even know how some of the, just a simple financial sheet should be set up. If they're a doctor, they don't know anything much about finances. It's amazing. So I have to sit there and do a tutorial with them. And, each client is different. So I had to figure in my mind what I can do to utilize AI in having them get the proper financials to me in the proper time. So that's what I've been doing.
Awesome.
Marcy, that's just wonderful. So, and what Marcy is saying is exactly right. And we're going to cover a little bit of that as I show you Marblism. But you need to do this for whichever AI you're using. In ChatGPT, there's a way to upload a document about your business. The same for Claude. There is also something similar for that in Gemini. So you absolutely need to, Marcy is completely right. You need to tell the AI, the LLM, exactly what your business is all about. Otherwise, you'll be giving it will give you bogus answers and you'll be frustrated.
Totally agree with that. Like I told AI one time that I was a genealogist and left it up to that. Didn't tell it what I did, what my speciality was, my niches, or anything like that. And it came back with all this other stuff, and I'm like, I have no clue what you're talking about.
Yep.
Dean, welcome back. Are you able to unmute yourself and let us know what you've been using AI for this week?
Yes. Oh, my
Yay!
goodness. Um, I was having problems with my computer before, but since I completely set up Claude Code and all the different types of apps and everything I need to make that run, my computer is just super slow and doing crazy things. So I apologize. This week, I built a conversational AI bot. And
Ooh.
to clarify that a little bit, I got very excited a few weeks back when I discovered a product called Many Chat. I thought it was
Mm-hmm.
MINI chat, but it's MANY chat. And for
Yep.
those of you, I know Tirza and Helen know, but for those of you who don't know, what that bot will do is it'll respond to your Facebook ads for you. It'll respond to, Instagram. It'll respond to your SMS. And if you want, and if you teach it properly or teach it in a certain way, it will carry on conversations with people literally for months until and you don't have to be involved at all until they are ready to book an appointment with you. Okay, now that's
Nice.
that's the foundation for what I want to say. I recently discovered it. As you guys know, I'm delving more and more into GoHighLevel with the voice agents and everything. And right now, GoHighLevel has a special with even your minimum account, you will get the conversational AI for free. And I think all the way through the end of August. And so I have inside of GoHighLevel, I created specific prompts and scripts and so forth for my task. And what I'm doing right now is, and this can apply to anybody here that is not in real estate. Um, I have contacts in my CRM that I haven't physically spoken with in over a year. Now, I do send emails out, every month or 6 weeks or so, inviting people to open houses and giving them market updates and so forth. But I haven't physically been able to get them on the phone in more than a year. They see my name in their inbox. So this bot I have designed specifically to re-engage dormant leads. And
Nice.
and just to give you guys, I won't take up too much time, but I think it's really important. It starts with me making a phone call. And as soon as and I've never been able to get these people on the phone. So as soon as I make the phone call and they don't answer, or I get the voicemail, I don't leave a voicemail. I go in and I give it a tag. That I named this engagement campaign, re-engagement campaign. So as soon as I give it that tag and I got off the phone, that starts the workflow. And
Nice.
so it will send out the introduction message. I've really learned a lot. I'm getting a little more sophisticated with it, but the introduction message is a bit long. I've learned to train the prompt to train the bot to only create messages that are 160 characters and spaces or less, or else you're going to be charged double and triple for that each SMS. So, but in the intro one, I'll go a little bit longer and I just say, hey, this is Dean Kwiatkowski with Signature International Real Estate. I just tried to call you, and last time we spoke, you were interested in you were thinking about buying a home in South Florida. Is that still the case? And that's the first intro. And so they get that like 10 seconds after I hang up the phone. And if they, as long as the person engages, the chatbot will engage with them and reply to them. And I gave it a period of the program is about 90 days, is what I have right now. So it's really cool. And then what I've done, and I don't know that MiniChat will do this, what I've done is if they, I've created a workflow to automatically send out SMSs on day 3, on day 10, on day 15, all the way through day 90. I space those. In other words, that triggers when I've got a time limit that triggers when the recipient does not respond. They go silent. So if they go silent from 7 to 10 days, a new SMS message goes out. And as soon as they respond to that SMS message, the timer stops and it re-engages them again. So I'm having fun with this. I'm really excited about it, and we'll see if it makes me some money.
That's awesome, Dean. I'm just sitting here in awe of where you were when we first started doing the AI Open Office to where you are today. It's like night and day difference, and I'm so proud of you for going ahead and doing this.
You're absolutely right. I just the mention of voice AI agent, I was so intimidated by that term. I never even opened the tab or wanted to explore that. And as you guys know, a month ago or so, I've actually built 4 voice agents now, and one is very sophisticated in my real estate business. So I'm really having fun with this. And it's anyone who's worked with AI, it's kind of a roller coaster. Yesterday I had about a 12-hour day working with the different aspects of my business, and in some points the AI completely let me down. Forgot all of our session from the day before. I lost like 3 hours of work, and then picking that back up, working with Claude Cowork, we really made some significant. So I really felt great about this conversational AI. I made more phone calls than I've made in a long time. And it automatically, my goal for 2026 was to multiply myself.
Excellent.
And this is part of that.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Congratulations, Dean. You're doing so well.
A lot of it has to do with this group, Tirza and you, Helen, seeing what everybody is doing and how they're exploring and how they're using it really has been a confidence builder.
Awesome. That is, I've got chills going down my body now, and it's not because it's cold. Well done, Dean. That is amazing. Okay, Tirza, Marblism, over to you.
By the way, just to echo a little bit of what Dean mentioned, I've been having so much fun with Claude Cowork, and the handout I created for today, I actually used Claude Design to do, and it didn't do it quite perfectly, but it made it so easy. It would have taken me hours in Canva, and Claude Design just did it right away. And to get to it, by the way, in case because that wasn't the main focus of our conversation today, if you go to claude.ai/design and you have a Claude account, that will bring you right into it. And as I always say, just play with it and see it's totally amazing. All right. So, but today is talking about Marblism, and I will go ahead and share my screen here and give you a quick overview of Marblism. Marblism is this AI platform that has created 6 separate AI agents, each with their own function. And so many of you have seen this already. There's Eva, the executive assistant, Sonny, the community manager. We're going to only talk about him today. It says here community manager, but I think of him as the social media king. Stan, who does lead generation, and by the way, Stan has been given access, if you enable it, to the entire web for leads now, so you don't have to depend on only LinkedIn if your audience doesn't live on LinkedIn. Penny writes the blogs. She's the SEO expert, so not only does she write beautifully written and illustrated blogs, they're all SEO set up for search engine optimization based on your business. And as Marcy said, we're going to get into that a little bit. And then Rachel is it takes phone calls on your behalf and will either route them to you or gather all the information and send you the information in the email. They are expanding her, if they haven't done it already, to start to handle chats, chats, text messaging. And then Linda is the legal assistant. She's not a lawyer, she's not legal qualified, but she knows a lot. And so if you ever have any questions about any of your legal documents, just run them by her. She's also great for creating a legal or a contract for you to begin with. You read it over and then take it to your legal representative to review before you share it. And then there are two more that they're working with this summer. They're they're calling them. They're being interned. I don't know. Remember what they do, but it'll be exciting to see them roll out. So, okay, yep. Sorry, I try to watch the chat as well. So, just for starters, so I created a brand new workspace for a new business that I'm implementing in Zanakin, which is about community cards. So you'll see a lot of references here to community cards. On purpose, I did not, I've only onboarded, I've only onboarded Sonny, so I can show this to you. So when you start up with Marblism, it will ask you questions that will basically bring you to this same thing. I got here by clicking on workspace over here, but when you start, Marblism actually takes you through a set of questions that give you this. So then I explained what the community cards are, who my target customers are, and they're here in Colorado Springs. When I did this, I didn't have a website set up. I now do. And so that's it for here. But the thing that I want to show you real quick, there's something with Marblism, and it's per workspace. It's something called the brain. And the brain, if you recall, as we've been working with ChatGPT and Claude and all of the other LLMs, as long as you give it permission, it will build a relationship with you or a context about you, and they call that memory. Not too different from humans, actually, when you think about it. So memories are in here. They will be. You'll be able to see them once they get to know you a little bit better. That's not something you necessarily put anything. It's something that builds over time. You can put in images. I didn't give it yet any images. I'd like to give it, I haven't done it yet, but I will give it images of what it is I'm talking about, so Sonny can actually use real images, and then web pages. That's kind of like my website, and other documents. This document is super interesting, and I will show you how to create it as part of this demo. And apparently now I could even connect my cloud storage, my Google Drive or OneDrive. If I had them, I would connect them here to train my AI employees. But as I said, we're going to work today with Sonny only. Whoops, that's me. Let's go back over here. And here are my 6 employees. Let's go over to Sonny. Oh, I don't want to update right now. I'm sure that would be great. All right. The first thing, when you get here, it will, Sonny, there's a question. You can always ask how to work with me. By the way, if you ever get nervous about anything, you can always go over here and just click pause. And it won't throw away anything. It'll just stop what it's doing. And the settings, you have, Sonny has access to 6 social media accounts: Facebook, your Facebook page, Instagram, LinkedIn, Threads, X, Google My Business, and Pinterest. And wherever your audience hangs out is where you want to post to. Or if you may just want to post across all of them, but you can set that up here. Here's also where you can give it a tone. I actually gave it a link to follow so it can get an idea of what my tone is like. I didn't give it a logo yet, and This one will be try the new improved post generation engine. So let's go back up. Let's go even simpler. So I will show you the handout that I would like Helen to share with you in a moment, so you can download it and follow along if you like. And first I need to get myself there. Okay. So here's the handout. This is Meet Sonny. Sonny is your AI social media employee. It says here he posts 3 times a day. You can set him to post however many times as you want. 3 sounds good, but you could just do 1 a day and it would be fine. Especially as you're getting to know this. So he's Sonny is super friendly, and when I'll show you, you'll create a document just for Sonny, so he can learn your business, brand, voice, and audience. Here it says post 3 times daily. He doesn't read your other content, blogs, and emails unless you put that in the brain portion. He will create and schedule posts across 6 different platforms. And like Helen mentioned earlier, what's interesting about that, if you ask him, you say, what's the optimal time of day to post on thus and such platform, schedule it for that, he'll do that. And he also comes up with great ideas in addition. You don't have to, if you don't like them, no problem, but it's really super interesting to see how he works. So in the document, you'll tell Sonny about your business. You can, inside of Sonny, there's a calendar. You can see exactly where and when he's posting. And then let him run. Check in daily, tweak over time. Helen wants, and others want to read everything before they go out. I'm going to do that for a while, and then at some point I think I will feel confident enough to turn them loose, and I'll just go in and check in every once in a while. So here, the one setup tip that will make all the difference is write a brand voice document before you start. Sonny draws from it every time he creates content, so your posts sound like you and not a robot. Yes, Sarah.
Okay, my question that just occurred to me was, so this is all set up on Claude.
I had Claude write this document for me.
Oh, okay.
And then I turned this over to Claude Design to create the PDF for me.
So Marblism is separate. It's not a Claude thingy.
No, it's not. I don't mean to bring them together.
I was like,
I've been having so much fun with Claude.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Yes, great. And so the first thing is to actually ask Claude to help you build your brain document. And here's the prompt that I use to do it. You can take this prompt. You could take a screenshot of it, or you can download the handout, and you'll have it. So it's basically, and you can use it in other things. Like if you already use ChatGPT, you can drop this into ChatGPT. I just happen to use Claude for it. So I want to create a business brain document to upload into Marblism, so my AI agents, especially Sonny, understand my business, brand, voice, and goals. Before you write anything, ask me the questions you need to get this right. Cover what my business does and who I serve, where I'm located, what territory I work in, what I sell, what it costs, who my ideal customer is, my brand voice, and what I never want to sound like. That's super important. You want to tell it what you don't want as well. My social media platforms and what I want the content to accomplish. In other words, will there be a call to action? Am I just provoking curiosity? Do I want them to comment? Do I want them to send me a message? So just make sure you put that in your brain document. Where people should go when they see my content, any proof points or results, and anything else that makes my business distinct. Once I answer, write a complete Marblism brain document in Markdown. Markdown is just a particular format. If you don't want to use Markdown, you don't have to. It's just more efficient for the agents to read. But honestly, you can use PDF or plain text or even a Word document, and it will read it. And then I asked it to create a QR code, so if you don't have a Marblism, you can get started for free using the QR code. And here's Claude also put in for me the honest fine print. Sonny works better for routine posting, content repurposing, and staying consistent. That's a fun one for me. Still needs you for approvals, brand voice calibration, nuanced moments. And it's not yet connected to Notion, HubSpot, Salesforce, or Slack, or a CRM. The bottom line, however, it's still super useful and very inexpensive for what you do get. Connect the platforms where your audience already lives, and Sonny handles the rest. A social media manager who never calls in sick. They do have a 7-day money-back guarantee. It doesn't require any coding and no prompt engineering. And that's Sonny. Let's go back over to Marblism so you have a better idea of what I'm talking about. Oops, not this one. So I started Sonny, just a few days ago. One of the things that I did that I've seen other people do is the first question to Sonny could be, just tell me how you work, and Sonny will tell you. So he says, can't wait to get started. My goal is simple, grow your social media. I'll be handling all the creative stuff, creating, scheduling, and posting content that actually connects with the folks here in the Springs, Colorado Springs, and builds a real presence for community cards. And then he adds, mind finishing up my onboarding? Once that's done, I'm ready to dive in. So then I did that, and he thanked me for that. And he says, I'm ready to roll. He said he looked at my website. I didn't give him a website. But I will now go back and do that now that I have one. And you just start chatting with him. Create a warm, community-focused launch post introducing community cards to Colorado Springs. Explain that we help local businesses drive foot traffic and repeat visits through card-based community engagement program. And I told Sonny I want the tone to be neighborly and excited, like a new neighbor introducing themselves. And then Sonny did a warm hello to Colorado Springs. And the reason it's no longer available is because because I hadn't yet given him the brain document, he created something that looked like a loyalty card, when you visit a store over and over again. And I said, no, we don't do loyalty cards. We do two-sided full-color postcards. And actually, I grabbed a photograph that I had from someone else and gave that to Sonny to reference from. And here's another picture just of somebody else's community card. And then he said, I got it. My bad. Thanks for the correction in those photos. That makes way more sense. And with that, then he created this post. And and he did it specifically for Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Threads. And here's the text that he wrote. Hello, Colorado Springs. We're your new neighbors at Community Cards, and we're here to help you help local businesses grow without breaking the bank. So then at this point, I just told Sonny to go ahead and post them. Now here's what I wanted to show you that will make, I think, your life much easier. When you do like Helen and you're creating 28 or more posts at a time, you will want, hold on, he's got a calendar here. I I really want to show you the calendar. Oh, right. And let's just go. Oh, right here. This little. First of all, if you want to make changes, you do it right there in the post. You click the little pencil, and you just type in whatever you want right in there, and it will change it right there. You could publish it right away if you like that. No problem with that. Or if you want to schedule it, you click this little button here, and it takes you to the calendar. And you can give it a specific date. What I really wanted to show you, though, he used to have a calendar you could just look at. And I'm not seeing that right now. So, here we go. When you click on posts, here's the post that he's created for me so far. This is the one I did today, I told him. But what you do is you just now go through the, say for this one, if I was ready for this one. And the reason I'm not going to use it is because the cards he's using actually don't look like the ones that I create. But I like the text. So I will go give him a fresh picture so he can do that. But all I would have to do then is just click on schedule, tell him when I want it posted, and you can see these are the dates that are coming up and what time, and he will make it happen. Any questions? I know I went really fast.
Yeah, Tirza, I'm just like I'm sort of blown away. Like, so he just you give Marblism access to whatever social media it is, and he just goes and posts it. That's like electronically, technologically, they can do that.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. Now, there's a caveat, Sarah. All the places that I said he can post to, he can. Facebook doesn't allow you to post anywhere except to your Facebook page, your Facebook business page.
Oh, okay.
But that's a Facebook
Okay.
issue.
Yeah,
That's not a
yeah.
Sonny issue.
No. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Teresa, is this going to be those images? Is that going to be a full page?
Oh, let's just go over to here. In fact, if you'll bear with me, let's just go over and I'll show you what it looks like. Because I couldn't
Because
resist
there's a
going.
lot of information on the page. So if it's small, it's too much stuff on it. If it's bigger, if the whole image is bigger, then that might be fine.
Yeah, no, this is a great question, Marcy, and so I'm going to go bring it up here so we can see it. Okay. Now let's go back here. That is absolutely a wonderful question. We're going to go over to my Instagram channel. And there's a little bit of clash between me and Helen because I don't know, it was a few weeks ago the platform asked me to reconnect, and so I reconnected everything and I didn't think about where it was going. So this is the one I just showed you. So this is what was posted on Instagram this morning by Sonny. What you'll also see is all the posts that Helen created this previous week, which were supposed to go on Zanikin's channel, but they went to mine because I screwed up. So, but you can see what Helen has been having Sonny create. And the reason I know they should have gone there, besides the coloring, was that it has the Zanikin Studio logo on it. So Helen did the right thing. Her business partner screwed up and sent them to the wrong place. So
At least they're getting posted. That's all I care about.
they're getting posted. And then my earlier introduction to Colorado Springs for the community cards. So does that help answer your question, Marcy? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. That's not a terribly great picture of Pikes Peak. It doesn't quite look like that, but hey, close enough. I'm not advertising it as a tourist spot. So excellent question.
That's actually
Other
a
questions?
fantastic picture of the storefront.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I've been doing that kind of thing for like a sold house, with a little sign dangling on and it doesn't come out nearly as good as that. So that was great. Who did you use for that?
Sonny.
Sonny.
Sonny
Wow.
did that. Came up with it on his own based on, I said I wanted to make it look like a storefront, and that's what it came up with.
No, that was excellent.
It does look very similar to a street in downtown Colorado Springs. So I'm not going to quibble about the mountain in the background. So, all right, other questions. What else would you like to see more about the other agents and then how to use them as a whole? Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. I will continue going on like this over the next couple of weeks. Um, but before I close this up, I just want to share something I read yesterday in Google. Google sends me email about all of its newest things. Google has a product called Vids, VIDS. You have to have a business workspace in order to access it, so that would be a charge every month. But what it will do is allow you to now, it has its own avatars that you can use to create videos, but similar to what I did with Synthesia 2 or 3 years ago, it will create your own personal avatar of you. It'll walk you through the steps. It will, it'll do a short video where you're talking about something, just so it gets an idea. And then you can use your own personal avatar to make videos. I will go through that process and share that with you also. I'm super excited about that. I think whatever it costs to do the Google Workspace is way cheaper than what I was paying Synthesia in the very beginning to do this. And I will also caution you, make sure more of your videos, if you're going to put a person in there, have you or real people. It's okay to do some AI avatars. People are getting used to them, but the human mind and the human eyeball, they can tell the difference. No matter how good they are, they can still kind of tell the difference. There's something not quite right. So make sure more of your videos are personal. They're you. You're sharing what's happening. And then when you're just wanting to make a lot of videos, go ahead and use some of the avatar ones. I don't know, what's your thoughts on that, Helen?
I'm sorry, I got distracted with something else. What was the question again?
Do you feel like you can tell the difference between the AI avatar videos and the person
Yes.
videos?
Yes, you can. Definitely. The AI stuff is definitely getting better, but there's still a lot of room for improvement. Like if they show up a close up of the face, you don't see pores on the skin, you see kind of like little grids. Almost like a canvas surface if you look at a close up of the canvas. But they definitely have improved in the last year since because I've got a YouTube channel that has all AI people on it with about genealogy tips, and it's very robotic, and the movements aren't they're kind of robotic. They're not free flowing and smooth compared to today, where you can see some of these music videos and other videos coming out where they are a lot smoother in the action. There's what do they call those? There's these things called verticals, which are storylines that are done, and you just basically, and it's called vertical because it's on your phone and you just scroll up to see the next chapter and all of that in it. And some of those, and I've been watching those because they're starting to bring the AI stuff into them, so it's been very interesting watching those and going, oh, hang on, they walked through that table. What happened to the ring that was on the finger? So I'm noticing like some of those little details that are missing, but and compared to the live people, the actual person ones, because they're doing both AI and person and real actor ones. So I'm noticing the differences between the twos on those, but they've definitely improved, and there's still a lot of room for improvement, especially on movement, on keeping continuity through the things, like if they're wearing a red dress, why are they now wearing a white dress? Some things like this. Some of them have come out that bold, and I'm sort of like, okay, this is definitely AI, but a lot of them you can still tell immediately when they start playing that it's AI generated. And some of them will put down the bottom have AI generated written on the bottom of the of the video, just to put that disclaimer there. So, yes.
So Dean's been doing a lot of work in the voice. I'd be excited to see what happens next with
I want to
video.
hear the voice.
Yes.
I'll tell you. I actually got destroyed last, I think it was last Friday. I went to a real estate event, and one of my colleagues there, who I've been talking about, my voice agent and so forth, there are some people, as soon as you mention it, they're like completely down on it, using AI and all that. So anyway, I've worked so hard on my agent Claire, who qualifies people and everything, and I even have a lead scoring system and all that. We were in a noisy room, music in the background, and I wanted to demo it for a few of my colleagues that were standing around, and they would not leave the noisy room. They rushed me. So we made the call. And when Claire would ask them one question, how many bedrooms do you prefer? They would like 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, this and that, and then got way ahead of the AI bot. And she would skip. It was kind of so anyway, the demo in their eyes didn't go very well because they could tell it was AI, but it was a completely wrong. No customer would ever call you know, in a noisy environment, everything to get information. They just wouldn't do that. So I walked out of there with like looking through the holes in my socks. I felt so bad. But what was interesting was Claire captured so much of the information. She scored the gentleman based on my criteria of, what kind of house and how many rooms and what his time frame was. And all. She did the scoring correctly. She captured his information, and I had a complete call summary, transcription of the call. So she did so many things right, except for the audience I had. They were very brutal.
Yeah. Yep, that can happen. And it sounds like you handled it great.
Yeah.
And she.
And a lot of time, when you get pushed back by people in your industry, it's because they don't understand. They're too afraid to even try it, or they've tried it and didn't have a good result, and they don't want to pursue it any further. So, yeah, my parents are the same way. When they got their new computer, they didn't want anything AI put onto their computer, but the guy went and did it anyway.
Dean, was that a group that you normally go to, or was that just a one-off?
It was a really elegant event that my company was invited to, and we had to RSVP it for it. So it was really they had it was a designer furniture type of a place that do not sell to the public. It's very private, and they have live music. They had a lot of other things just basically for
Okay.
the event, but it just wasn't the right event. It wasn't the right venue for me
Right.
to suggest that. And I just, as realtors, we all work from home. You don't get to see your friends and your colleagues very often. So I jumped at the chance, and it just wasn't the right. I was just too anxious. I was so excited.
It wasn't the right venue for you.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Exactly.
your audience.
Exactly.
Right?
Absolutely. And that AI agent is designed for people that call in that are thinking about selling their home, that type of thing. So nobody is gonna, in the middle of live music and all kinds of stuff going, nobody's gonna say, I think I'll call in about selling my house.
Right. Right. Right.
Okay.
Thank you, Marcy.
So here's what I kind of see happening. So I've been going to some of the local Chamber of Commerce meetings now, and there are similar to the event that the business event I went to a couple of weeks ago. There were people in the room who are already using AI and promoting it as their business. And obviously, those were not necessarily the people that I was promoting my business to. And I also, at that meeting, led with AI. And what I noticed was the people who were doing the networking, completely distinct groups: those who already knew about AI and were using it, and those who didn't know anything about AI and were completely afraid of it. And what's going to happen is AI is just slowly or quickly, depending on your point of view, becoming embedded into everything. And so, in one form or another, everybody will be using AI, maybe in the next 5 years, if not less. So, the better you go, playing with it now will get you used to the whole idea of it, and then using it to your advantage. I know we're almost here at the top of the hour. Do you mind if I show you real quick what I did, how I used Claude Design to make this PDF document? I literally made the document this morning. That be okay? All right. Because I was blown away, and this is the second time I've used it. Whoops, not chat, sorry. Share. Hang on a second, I need to go pull it up. There we go. Okay, this is the open office hour handout I showed you. If I just click on the back arrow, this is the conversation I had with Claude this morning. I said, create a handout from this file. Hang on a second. The file I created was here with Claude. So I went through everything with Claude about what I was going to do, what I was going to demo, and the document. And I told it I was going to use Claude Design. So then it gave me basically this file as a markdown file, and that is what I updated or uploaded here into this one. And I basically just said, create a handout from this file and make it warm and friendly for the attendees of my open office hour. There's solopreneurs over 40 and 50, and make the prompt section look like something people will want to photograph with their phone, which is why it created this whole section here. And then it said, I'll read the file first, which is what I gave it, and then it asked me a whole bunch of questions about whether I wanted it to be 2 pages, what vibe I wanted, what colors I wanted, what I was going to, if I was going to use a QR code or not. So it actually asked me questions. I didn't prompt it. In this case, I didn't even say ask me questions. It asked me questions right up front, 5 or 6 of them, including my branding. And then it says, this is a great clear brief. Let me build a warm 2-page letter handout. And it just went through each section on its own. It ran into something with the QR code. It fixed that on its own. As it went through, I was just watching it, and I was just really excited. And we got down to the bottom, and this very bottom line was overlapping this box. And I was about to tell it to fix it, just like I've done in Canva and other places, or even ChatGPT. And it's going through, and it's going through its own checklist and noting things. And it said, oh, that's not right. And it went through and it reformatted the whole thing for, the way it was doing until it got the line, everything all properly spaced. I'm just sitting back there watching it going, oh, okay, this is done. And when it gets to the end, say refining design, it actually created the PDF as 2 pages. Now what Helen shared with you ended up being 2 pages plus a little bit on the 3rd page. I don't know if that's because it was setting it up for my printer or what, but that's what had happened. But as you can see, it's 2 pages here. But here's the other cool part of this. Again, I didn't ask for this. I could have given it more comments. I can tell it what to edit or tweak. And if I click the present button, that's what allowed me just to present it to you guys. Right here. And I didn't even ask for that. So that is claude.ai/design. What's in the chat? Ah, okay. Yes, it found its own mistake. So AIs are getting smarter. As much as possible, encourage people to start and just play. Just play. So that's what I have to say about that. All right, next week I will. Oh, go ahead, Marcy. Before I hop in.
Is that a free version, or is that you have to pay for that, or does that come with a Claude paid version?
Well, it definitely comes with the paid version. I don't remember whether it comes with the free version or not.
Okay.
So I'd have to go look that up. But Claude will tell you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When you're in Claude or Claude Cowork, I think I might have seen a Claude Design little button in there where you wouldn't actually have to go to that link that Helen posted. Have you seen that, or should I be using that actual link that Helen posted in the chat?
That's a great question. I would start with that. So this is my Claude app that's on my computer. And you'll see up here at the top, Dean, it's got chat, cowork, and code. I've got, as you can see, I've got some stuff running using
And design's
Claude.
down the bottom there, Tessa. Down the bottom of that
Sorry?
menu it says design.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
There,
that's
Dean's exactly right. So yes. Yeah.
beautiful.
Thank you, Helen.
I had a similar experience yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm building a Q&A database with some friends of mine in the industry, and there's one person that runs a call center, customer service, and they are compiling for me, or a partnership we're doing, all of the questions that come in, and they have 130 telephone agents that take questions. And I said, let's get those questions and we'll feed them to my voice AI bot as a knowledge base and we'll get the answer. Anyway, here's the funny thing. It was going to be a daunting task to get that information from him into a spreadsheet over at me. And I said, you know what? Send me a picture. Just take a picture of the Excel or of the questions on your screen, and I'll teach Claude to make an Excel spreadsheet out of it. And so now, as of yesterday, we have a little thing where he's sending me 4 to 6 photos, and there's about 60 lines of questions in the photo, and they're terrible photos. And I have set Claude Cowork on a task every day at 5 p.m. to look at a certain folder for these photos, and he converts those questions. Okay, time is up.
All right. Thank you, Dean. That's awesome. Thank you, everyone. We'll continue this journey next week. I'm so excited for everything that's happening. And as always, send me your questions, and we'll include them in future. Oh, Helen. We're doing our podcast this coming Tuesday. Is that right?
Yes, we
Okay.
are. We're changing it to Tuesdays. Yes, Sunday was not working for either of us.
All right.
New
Have a great
format
week,
and everything.
everyone.
So tune in on. We'll send you the link in the email once we get it sorted out. So
Okay.
yeah, it'll be on our YouTube channel.
When on Tuesday, and will you
Oh, one moment, please, and I
no?
will give you the detail. I'll tell you when it is going to be. It is at. Oh, hang on, 12 plus 5 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Mountain time.
And the
5
channel,
p.m.
the
Pacific.
YouTube
It'll be
channel is Zanikin Studio.
Yeah, youtube.com/@Zanakin Studio.
Can you send us a reminder, because I
Yep.
will get into it? Okay,
Yes.
thanks.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, everyone. Have a great week.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.